that song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hello, my name is Mike Matthews.
Hello.
That's Hayley, Thesemi. Welcome to Cafe Anyway. We're located somewhere in Podcaster Valley.
Podcaster Valley.
Tinmont something. I have something to say to the Fremont, the city of Fremont. Get your f***ing together. What is up with your traffic signals? Oops, I ranted all over my opening jingle song.
Don't worry, I'll rant over this one though, just to make it even.
No one can hear the name of this show. Oh wait, maybe they read it on the title though. Hey, I'm going to tell you about Fremont's traffic system. It really is wicked.
Not in the good radical 90s way, I want to point that out.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
That's right, wicked was a good word in the 90s.
Yeah, I understand what you mean though.
Mike's
Tell me.
Daily
I will,
Podcast.
as soon as this jingle's done.
Yeah! Do you know I recorded that like 700 years ago?
Yes.
That's me. When we're hearing that, that's like a voice of me young.
Did you have a goatee?
I had a horrible goatee. Birds were living in it. I looked like one of the hipsters that I talked down about. You know what, though? I met a very happy hipster over the weekend that I enjoyed, and I wanted to talk to him forever, for he was so kind and nice.
Oh, very nice.
He had a huge bushy beard. I don't know what his name was. He was tall. He was from Southern California. He was visiting his girlfriend living in Castro Valley, who was this beautiful Vision Asian American.
Vision Asian America.
She was apparently had just relocated here from Thailand.
Oh, interesting.
Taiwan? Thai world?
Taiwan and Thailand are both two different things.
Give me a map! I need to see that part of the globe that I oft not look at.
Son of a bitch! Give me a map!
I love that song!
And you can just put so many things.
Let me just walk in! It's not one important.
No, I totally forgot to actually talk about the signals.
The who?
The signals in this town.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about do you need more volume?
No, I'm good.
Your hair looks really thick.
Thanks.
It doesn't need any more volume.
Buying shampoo is a struggle.
Tell me about that struggle, and then we'll get back to the traffic lights.
Everything is like more volume for dry, brittle hair.
Oh.
Thinner hair, make it thicker. And I have super volumized, super thick, super oily hair.
Yeah.
I have all three things that there's no shampoo that caters to it. So
what the hell?
I should get really generic shampoo and hope it works.
What's been working for your amazing hair lately then?
Pantene.
Look who else just walked in. Who cares? Okay. I'm like one of those guys at a party I'm like having a conversation with you, but I'm looking over your head to see who else is here at the party, and I'm a douche.
I think you have a Pavlovian response to a door opening sound.
What, I start to drool?
No,
Wait,
the door.
Pavlov.
The door opens and you go.
Ah! Like
See?
that?
You have conditioned responses to sound effects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I need to just mellow out and not react to things. Matt and Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison, Bentley are here. Maybe we'll talk to them.
Stoplight's bullshit.
Oh, yeah, let's go back to that topic.
They're really bad in this town because there's so many of them to start, because in this, especially sort of in this area, there's a fair amount of quote-unquote main streets, because you have Fremont Boulevard, which is running parallel to the freeway, and so you have the exits from the freeway that are the main streets.
Oh,
and even when going against this way, say you're going down Stevenson, you have a fair amount of larger streets to pass, which obviously those stop signs suck to get past. But there's a lot of mini streets lead off to various schools. There's one that leads off to like the library.
Yeah.
Just, they're not huge streets.
Oh.
But they have stoplights. And the stoplights they don't work.
Right.
You can hit 5 red lights in a row.
Yes.
And that's not how they should work. They should be coordinated so you can at least get through a couple.
Yeah.
It sucks.
That's exactly how you described it. Mm-hmm. I was at the corner of Paseo Weirdo. What's that street? Paseo
Padre.
Paseo Padre.
Paseo Padre is the better one.
So I was at Paseo Padre and Maori. We have a street called Maori because we can't be Old West enough. Hey, let's walk over to Maori. And chew some tobacco. So I'm there at that corner at 4:59, let's say, and I want to make a left turn in the morning. The light that wants you to go straight through the light turns green. Mm-hmm. And that sits for a while, turns red, and then I'm waiting for all the other lights to cycle. Okay, how come I didn't get a left turn light? How come? So I sit through it again. It happens again. I get no green light for the left turn lane. And I'm like, am I sitting? Because we got all these stupid triggers all over the Bay Area.
Right, yes.
That's why we were discussing this a couple months back. I think people stop way back behind the traffic line or the intersection line because they're trying to trigger the light to make them think that there's 2 cars.
Oh, interesting. That's an interesting opinion on why they do that. But the stoplights are entirely different early in the morning.
Oh.
Like most of the time they're on timers.
Oh.
So I don't know why they wouldn't have included your signal in the timer.
I ended up just making it quick. You know, I got into this going straight through the light thing, and found a way to kind of circumvent back around.
Right.
And then I got behind someone going 2 miles an hour. That was fun.
Yeah.
At 4:55 in the morning. But other than that, life is good. Guns N' Roses is getting back together. We found out.
No.
We have no reason. We can't explain why they would want to. I thought they all hated each other, and I mean...
I know, I hated them.
I did not know that. Oh, wait, you didn't like November Rain. I knew that.
I just don't like Guns N' Roses.
Well, okay.
It's Guns N' Roses and Grateful Dead. I have similar opinions of just why.
Tell me more about this strange green thing you're eating right now.
No, I don't want to talk about it. I'm just going to forget it exists.
It's like a green bar.
Yeah.
With chocolate on top.
It's like not chocolate.
They made the most unpalatable looking thing and said, let's throw chocolate on top of it. Maybe
It's not chocolate.
And that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
At least make it freaking chocolate.
It sure is like black, but it's more like dates, I think.
Dates. Okay. Date shakes are good.
I don't like dates too much.
Date shake is good because they throw a lot of vanilla in there.
And this weird thing with the green, I guess it's a yogurt covering on the bottom, but it looks like it's old moss that's grown. And then the top, there's like mushed dates and one single raisin pushed in there.
Oh,
they made it lemon flavored.
Now that's so wrong. I would like to tell you that I'm happy, even though you didn't want to talk about it, you did talk about it, and you did such a nice job. You did a nice job.
Thank you.
About it.
This is what happens when I just go into the cabinet at 4 a.m, grab something.
I told you earlier 2 other things that my right hand is hurting, and I all I can think of is because I had to pull Basil away from a angry dog at the dog park, and the other thing was I went to Jollibee's.
Yes.
Which is a strange franchise. Perhaps it's come to your town. and it's from the Philippines?
I don't know if it's from the Philippines, but its target audience is exclusively Filipinos.
I believe, the only Caucasian in there yesterday.
For good reason. Like Filipinos like the food, but it's not great.
It's weird.
Weird. It's not great.
It's spaghetti and fried chicken.
Yeah.
And I had an Aloha burger with a pineapple on it.
Yep. See, if you want something like that, you can just go over to the
50s diner?
No, well, I guess they don't have burgers with pineapples on them, but we have the Hawaiian place.
Oh!
Just about a mile from here.
I was thinking the same thing. There's a Hawaiian place now in Podcastro Valley that I could have just gone to. Mm-hmm. I got a thank you note from the people that I did the wedding reception party for.
Oh, good.
And it was really cute, and it said, "Thank you, Mike." And, do you know what they said? Do you remember how I was complaining about how the requests were weird and stuff? Mm-hmm. They said, "Mike, thank you so much. Some of the music you picked was really good, and it got people out on the dance floor. We were surprised people actually danced." And so I guess playing some of those weird requests helped that, and that's what you should do.
I always love dancing to Sarah McLachlan.
Because she makes me laugh. No, she doesn't really have any dance songs.
No.
Building a mystery, and you do it so carefully.
Did you play any Natasha Bedingfield?
I didn't.
Why?
I should have played I Got a Pocket Full of Sunshine.
I got a love and to know that it's all I know.
Whoa. That would be good. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're waiting for you. Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley.
Bye, everyone. We're not talking to you today.
You know what? They look so sad. I see them through the window.
Okay, so that's how it is. Bye-bye, Mr. Matthew. Madam Rootabega.
She just disappeared down a trap door.
Smash. That was the sound effect we had to find. We searched days for that sound effect. And you can't sue us for using the sound effect because I made it.
Smash.
That was a good one. The other thing I wanted to bring up was the Super Tuesday results are in. And Hillary won some. Bernie got a couple of states. Good for him.
Here's what's important to note. Hillary was projected to win all but one of them.
Uh-huh. And Bernie got more, huh?
Bernie got, what, 4?
Yeah. Oh, this is a delegates map. Hillary got way more delegates than Bernie, though.
Yeah, but that can change quite a bit as we get closer.
And Donald Trump, of course, got... Well, he got 285. Ted Cruz got 161. Mm-hmm. And Marco Rubio got 87. Ted Cruz got Texas.
Congrats to Marco Rubio for getting a state.
Yeah, he got Minnesota. Yay. Cause Minnesotans love Marco Rubio, don't you know?
Marco Rubio, don't you know?
So
they betrayed their own Canadian kind.
Whoa. That should be your headline for that blog you write.
Yeah, I constantly write a blog. Everyone knows.
I think you'd have a great blog, Hayley.
Thanks, I think.
Is blogs bad now?
What? I don't know. Tumblr blogs aren't the best. But if you get a blog and you actually write blog posts and stuff, they're still pretty popular.
Did you want to publicize your Tumblr blog?
No.
Okay. What was the other thing? Oh, and then I was listening to a very interesting podcast that a very smart millennial reporter woman was talking about how Hillary does not appeal to millennium women's.
Or shouldn't, anyway.
Yet Bernie, who's like 70-something, an old white guy, he totally does.
Yeah.
And they said part of it is because he's got such passion. Mm-hmm. And Hillary's got passion, but people always misinterpret her talking loudly as shrill. And except that one guy, Bob Woodward, said that on something.
Right.
And I hate him, even though he brought down Nixon.
Yeah,
Thank you, Bob.
That's not exactly a reason that a lot of millennials don't go for Hillary. In fact, I saw a lot of backlash in the debate when Hillary was talking loudly and she was called annoying and whatnot by a lot of people. There was a large millennial response of people saying, don't say that.
Yeah.
Why would you focus on that issue? It has nothing to do with anything.
Right.
And it's Bernie supporters saying this.
Right.
Because they... the people that are voting for Bernie are the people that want, a better life for the country. People that that want changes being made. So a large amount of them have strong feminist leanings. And so when they see this happening, that is injustice towards Hillary as a woman speaking with a louder and, well, not a louder, but a higher voice than these other candidates, and people instantly saying, oh, she's too aggressive, oh, she's blah, blah, blah. No, she has a different voice.
Right.
It's her voice. She's not speaking in any way outside of normal for her. So to attack her for that is absolutely outrageous.
Yeah.
So that has nothing to do with why the millennials go for Bernie over Hillary. But she's just lying out of the back of her mouth. Constantly.
Because she's in the pocket of Wall Street.
Right. Like, it's not hard to look at the list of what she says she's supporting and say, well, that happened in the last year, that started in the last year, she did that 2 years ago, back in the 90s she voted against that, back in the, the early 2000s she was against that. I mean, it's not hard to see that she's basically changed everything for this election cycle.
Bernie. Okay, that's all I had. Anyway, thank you for bringing us that point of view of the Bernie supporter. And that's very good. I'm glad it's... I don't like them picking on Hillary for her voice talking.
No, not at all.
I think that's totally... is it sexist, would you say? Speaking of millennials, because we were talking about millennials moments ago, I was thinking... Because Taylor Swift, right? She could run for president someday. You think? Because she's
another 10 years?
Because she's got such nothing. She's had no scandals, right? She's gotten so popular, had the biggest album.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the Kanye West scandal, but that's really Kanye West being an idiot to himself. Right. That's his own little thing. That's
Kanye West's scandal, not hers.
And she just has a way of talking to people. When she got really popular in country music in the beginning because she went to so many radio stations and did so many meet and greets and just totally worked the people like a politician would.
Right.
And then I thought, when I was a teenager, did I have to identify with that was like a singer, performer, popular, sold albums? No, that was like my age. And there wasn't anyone. Bruce Springsteen was popular, but he was way older than me.
Right.
Duran Duran was a popular group, but they were from England.
Yeah.
They weren't like from, America.
Right.
There was no one.
So what you're saying is like the 80s time period was the period of older performers.
It was. Thank you. That's what I was saying. Because you had Phil Collins was popular, but he had
been around for a while.
Yeah. Steve Winwood, etc. All these people from the 70s got popular in the 80s.
In the 80s. And maybe you had your maybe you couldn't relate to them, but you did have your
New Kids on the Block?
No, I can't. Why can't I think of her name?
Cyndi Lauper?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. You had your Cyndi Laupers.
Yes.
You had your
Madonna.
Younger pushback generations.
The younger pushback?
Yeah. Cyndi Laupers, Madonnas. You had younger bands that became one-hit wonders. Anyways.
Let's see. Yeah.
But I guess they were all from across the pond there.
Yes, we had a really big British invasion in the 80s.
Second wave.
Madonna is older. Cyndi Lauper is older than me. It was just weird. I was like, there was nobody that I could think of.
Interesting.
Billy Joel was older.
Because back in the 60s and 70s, you had people that were your age.
Huey Lewis was older.
Yeah. Well, you had back then you had people that were the teenagers and the young adult ages.
Oh, in the 70s.
Yeah, like the Beatles started off young. 60s and 70s. The Beatles started off young. Even like Dick Dale was the age of his audience when he started performing on the beach.
Interesting.
Yeah, you know?
Oh, however, things did change in the 90s. But of course, at that point, I'm not a teenager anymore.
Right.
But there was a lot of 20-somethings that made it big in the 90s with grunge and whatnot.
Yeah, you had the grunge bands, the garage type bands come around. Even like some of the synth pop stuff that got pretty big.
Oh, like...
or like...
I guess Depeche Mode was like my age, but they were from England.
Yeah. Well, I was talking like Savage Garden and stuff. They were fairly young.
Australia.
When they got started, Australian.
We did a Savage Garden discussion yesterday. You didn't get to hear it because we didn't have the mics on.
Suck it.
When you feel all alone and there's no one to something. I played you that bizarre video to Crash and Burn.
It looked like an Alice in Chains video.
Yeah, it had that kind of They tried to be disturbing, yet it's this happy adult contemporary pop
love song.
Oh, and then like Starship was big in the 80s, but they were from the 70s and 60s originally.
Yeah, they were. Starship had been around for 2 decades.
And there were the hair bands like Poison. I guess they were closer to my age. But
who cares?
Huey Lewis is older.
You said that.
Then there was Huey Lewis.
Well, you can't be forgetting Huey Lewis. He was kind of one of a big
It's the power of love. So we work with a gal named Wanda, and she said she grew up in Marin County and used to see Huey Lewis all the time. And she said his wife was a horrible dresser, Huey Lewis, and Wanda was like, oh my gosh, she dressed horrible. Coffee sip time. It's so beautiful out here today. I want to go to Half Moon Bay today.
It's dark.
Well, now it's dark. The sun's coming up. We have some candles. Madame Rootabega came out here and lit some candles when she got out of that trapdoor.
Sun's out, guns out of the hands of dangerous Americans.
Was that some sort of statement you were making?
Maybe.
Hello, Hayley. I lit a bunch of citronella candles for you. Ooh.
I do like Centinella.
Hello there, Hayley. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Yes.
We, saw that Chris Christie wants Donald Trump to be the presidente.
Yeah, he said Donald's electable. Do you know that?
More like delectable, like I'm making a joke there.
I was tempted to make that joke.
Were you gonna do that too, Hayley Day?
No, I wasn't gonna go through with it.
I hate Minnesota.
Why do you hate Minnesota, Valentino?
It's cold, and the people are really large.
Now, how do you know that?
I watched Prairie Home Companion.
Yeah, isn't that North Dakota?
It's somewhere up there. This is the longest you and I have ever talked, Hayley.
I haven't said a damn word, pretty much.
Well, I think we did pretty good, despite the fact you and I are in serious pain. You were ultra tired because you had no coffee and were forced to eat some sort of weird Bernie Sanders granola date bar.
This is what democratic socialism would do to our country.
I'm saying Bernie Sanders is so healthy and young because he eats those constantly. And my right hand hurts. Well, I think we covered a lot of topics. Oh, I wanted to correct you. Because you said, instead of ignorance, yesterday you said it some other way.
Ignorance?
Yes! Is that the new way of saying it?
No. I know it's ignorance, but
I knew what you were trying to say, but when you said ignorance, I was like, oh, that's a new word I hadn't heard.
it's when you're like, hey, ants, get out of my lawn, and they just keep on walking. They're just a bunch of ignorants.
That's true. So, to sum up, Livermore, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go back to Livermore. That was yesterday's show. Livermore has, it's tough to get there because of the fast track thing. We discussed.
Fremont, it's tough to get down through.
Yeah, because of the darn traffic signal light things.
Hey, let's go 2 miles. Oh, it took us 10 minutes.
So, Fremont, once again, get your together. And I think we'll be a happier planet. So it's Wednesday. Let's think of a positive Thursday. Let's hope for a good Thursday.
Hey, what's the podcast picture going to be?
And here's today's podcast picture.
Oh, crap. I think it's going to be of me, because I'm a self-involved idiot. Why should I say that about myself? Well, let me look. I'm going to look for a picture now. I think there was one of me standing on a hill. I like to put a picture of me every 7 pictures or so that you remember what I look like and you can puke.
I don't need your face to puke. I have this bar.
Oh, these are all awful pictures of me. All right, maybe we'll do it of a cow or something.
Did we do that yesterday?
No. Yesterday's picture was of Basil looking out over the water. Oh, this is a nice picture of water. Look, that's Lake Elizabeth.
I've been there.
That's not too far from us.
It's all right.
All right, we'll do Lake Elizabeth today, and I'll go home and find some picture of myself that won't make you feel physically ill. Did we want to do a shout out to Sheephod?
No.
Okay. Thanks, Sheephod, for liking our tweets, even though you don't listen to the show.
Maybe you do.
If you do, Sheephod, then why don't you tweet about it? You twit.
If you listen to our podcast, the next time you do one of your video blogs, put an apple in the middle of your table.
Yes, that will be your sign.
We'll know.
Because an apple on the middle of the table helps.
Means the podcast go into your ear canal labels.
Right. What? It's your ear canal. Okay. That'll work then. Very good. Yes. Next show, it's going to be Shelley Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the Engineer. Oh, you were going to sing Costanza. Believe it or not, George isn't at home.
No, I wasn't. I was saying I should have mentioned it.
Oh, because we were talking about Seinfeld.
Because we were talking about home phones in Seinfeld.
Oh.
And that's the classic bit they had.
I'm over my crush with the girls at the dog vet.
We're all proud of you.
Thank you. I've moved on.
Who's your newest crush?
Candy Crush? No.
The continuing saga of Candy Crush.
I have none. I'm only in love with life. That made no sense. So, yeah. Thank you very much.
This has been a good podcast. We should stop at exactly half an hour as we watch the
timer countdown.
However, it's not going to be exactly half an hour because you got the outro to take care of, and you're probably going to add out part of the podcast picture stuff and add some sort of weird sweeper or something.
Oh.
We can try for half an hour. And then exactly half an hour, and maybe with the edits and then the addition of the end, it'll level out to half an hour.
So,
and if it doesn't happen like that,
so I should probably stop talking right now.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.